Welcome to the world of wireless IoT. My name is Niklas van Boxler and I am pleased to welcome you to the now already second season of the videocast Let's Talk Wireless IoT. We talk to exhibitors and sponsors of the event to find out what they have prepared for the exhibition and for the conference, how they are reacting to the current challenges and what they expect from the event. Today I talked to Richard Aufreiter from HID Global. So, let's keep the introduction short, let's jump right in, and I'm looking forward to welcome you on the 19th and 20th of October in Wiesbaden, Germany. And I welcome Richard Aufreiter. He's Vice President Product Marketing at HID Global, and I look forward to an informative, exciting talk about HID Global and what you have prepared for the Wireless IoT Tomorrow 2022. Richard, my first question, how are you today?
Thank you, Niklas. I'm very well and surviving the heat we have currently here in Austria.
Right, okay. So before we start with our main part, I would like to add some background information. So HID Global is not only on-site with a conference participation and an exhibitor participation, but also a main partner of the event represented by the Platinum Partner sponsorship. And yeah, that just to point out the deep connection between HID Global and the Wireless IoT Tomorrow 2022. And I'm assuming, Richard, you will be on site as well. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct, Niklas.
All right. So enough talk. Let's start. Should we start with the first question?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. So here it is. HID Global has already been an exhibitor since 2012. What expectations do you have for the Wireless IoT Tomorrow 2022?
Yes, Niklas, as you said, we are one of the early adopters of this event, and we have grown since the early beginnings in Düsseldorf. I think you started this show 1 year earlier than we started to participate. And I was already part of that because I started 1 year earlier at HID. So all nice coming together. Now that these days the pandemic restrictions are lifted, we expect a great time of interacting with customers, prospects, industry players, finally face-to-face again. So we are looking forward to interesting new projects, new hardware, inspiring talks, and of course a lot of networking during the event.
A lot of keywords in that. I couldn't agree more. Networking in particular. And I have to come back to this close to unbelievable number 2012. So that's exactly 10 years. So we basically have our 10-year anniversary partnership this year, right? And I looked it up before our talk. So in 2012, for example, Windows 8 was launched that year. So that's how long that's ago. And that's a good, you get a good impression how deep the connection is between HID Global and this event. Like you said, you were there close from the beginning. I think it started in Hamburg, moved to Düsseldorf, and right at that point, HID started to join the exhibition and were also represented in the conference part as well. Yeah. Okay, Richard, let's move to the next question, shall we?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. How has the year been for HID Global? What challenges have you faced this year?
So, I mean, overall, the year so far has been very good. When you look at orders and projects, I would say it's always been great. All 6 business areas and the various technology platforms that we support are growing, since the customers have a lot to catch up. Right after the pandemic, everything slowed down a bit, so now they are catching up. Yeah. But we all are aware of the turbulences that happen across the world, so we are not exempt from that. So there are challenges in the whole industry for especially supply chain and raw material shortages, unplannable delivery times, increased costs to freight, to electricity, to components. So yes, that's a challenge, but it's a shared challenge across the industry and the world economics. Fortunately, we as HID Global, we are a stable player. We are backed by ASSA ABLOY that helps surviving these turbulent times. We are not a startup, right? So we can remain a reliable source to the customers through the pandemic as well as after. And we do a lot to mitigate these turbulences. So we purchase increased stock. Our stock is higher than ever, just to be sure that we can supply our customers the best way we can. We make long-term contracts, also ask our customers to make long-term contracts with us as much as they can. We do dual sourcing strategies. We use our supply chain contacts and also the consolidated purchasing power, right? You have seen we have acquiring quite many companies over the past 3 years, 3 to 4 companies a year. So that, of course, also means increased purchasing power for us and let's say higher priority from our suppliers, which we can then turn into advantages for our customers.
Right. I can absolutely understand how important it is during these times when we face, like you mentioned, several difficulties in these times, that you have a huge partner that backs the company, that makes it possible to generate large stocks and to just make sure that these on-time services and of course quality can stay just the same, even like you said, even during Corona. And it's also great to hear that you can feel that a lot of companies and projects are catching up after they maybe slowed down during Corona and are now going forward and implementing new solutions and new products. Okay. And you already mentioned the acquisition of companies, and I think that's also part of the next question. So this year, HID Global has launched some new products, including the OmniKey Secure element, and has been the first step to renew the entire platform, and acquired new products thanks to the acquisition of companies like Visinex, RFID, and Accure, to name a few. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. First of all, yes, the OmniKey Secure element with its integration to Apple Wallet, that was certainly a major achievement. It's not easy to get approval for the Apple Wallet. As a company who claims to power the trusted identities of the world's people, places, and things, it's an important building block for our secure solutions and our customers. In general, HID has a very broad portfolio of RFID-related products and services. To give you a bit of a background, we are structured in 6 business areas, ranging from physical access control, that's cards, readers, mobile access with the phone, over secure issuance, that's card personalization, printer services. We do desktop readers, embedded reader modules, biometric solution, some software pieces like PKI and authentication software, electronic passports, and citizen ID cards. So that's 5 of our business areas. In my role, I lead the product marketing of the 6th business area that's called Identification Technology Solutions. And we are offering a broad range of industrial RFID components, as well as enabling services, but usually no full end user solutions. This is done by our partners. So for example, we provide RFID for animal ID, automation, logistics, medical, laundry, RTLS, condition monitoring, loyalty cards, event access, and so on. So you see, one booth is for sure not enough to show all of this at your event. Very sorry for that, but we'll present a few selected highlights.
All right. So of course I have to ask which highlights there will be presented at the booth.
I was expecting this question. Thank you. So one of the highlights this year will be a range of passive sensor decks that we launched earlier this year, and we will demonstrate them live of our booth together with our TSL readers, and I think also one of the chip vendors, Esign, is part of the show, so we will also co-exhibit with them. We recently published a quite challenging case study on how such tags can help optimizing hydroelectric power plants, and this will also be a topic in the show forum as one of the examples where passive sensor tags can be used. Then, of course, speaking of passive tags, We recently acquired a company called Visinex in USA, and this company is specializing on super compact on-metal RAIN RFID tags, which they are making with a special direct bonding technology on a printed circuit board basis. So what does it do is this enables great size performance ratios, very rapid prototyping for customer specific versions. So it's not a big deal to make a custom tag for a specific use case, like a cable that is metal covered with some plastic on top or things like that. The Sentry tags are also available in a Pro upgrade that is a special construction that allows them to survive up to 1,000 autoclave cycles, where normal, let's say, heat-resistant tags, like the usual ceramic tags, survive typically 100 cycles or less. This is a special benefit of this technology that is not achievable with a standard label. They have also small versions like a Sentry instrument tag, just 2x2 by 15 millimeters long for tracking metallic tools or surgical instruments, for example. And also a special cable tag that is optimized for insulated metal, like I was mentioning before, to support use cases like audio AV rental cases for the movie industry, for the concert industry, where you want to make sure you get this, you ship the correct parts and you get the correct parts back, and you're much faster doing that than with a normal barcode. So on top of that, another business area of HID will exhibit together with us, which is extended access technologies, and they will exhibit RFID desktop and reader modules. And these desktop readers are designed for seamless access for user authentication, computer software, networks, cloud applications, supporting a large number of smart card technologies, NFC, and of course, virtual identities. And as you have seen from the secure element, the mobile wallet, not to forget. So join us at our booth. We will present the OmniKey 5427 and OmniKey 5022, which are perfect examples for such integration. The embedded reader modules of this business area facilitate use cases together with integration and OEM partners. So their solutions have our technology integrated, for example, for secure printing, vending machines, time and attendance systems, ATM machines, and things like that. And then there is, of course, development toolkits that support all of that for high-speed integration. So the OmniKey secure element that you mentioned before will, of course, be part of that. So quite a lot to show for a small booth.
All right, you already mentioned a lot of products, but will there be even more products than the ones you just mentioned?
Yes, we try to squeeze in a few more. So there will, of course, be the TSL handheld reader portfolio from our acquisition last year. TSL will launch a new 4-port UHF reader module called 3117, which is based on the latest Impinj E710 reader chips for even better performance, lower power consumption, higher read range, enhanced compatibility with sensors, and so on. And we are planning to introduce this at this show, and also use the TSL readers, as I said, for the passive tag demos, sensor tag demos we are planning to do. Also, last year we acquired OmniID, Invengo Textile Services, and Invotech, and this year Visinex. And we have been busy in combining this portfolio into one consolidated offering. And this new consolidated offering will also be ready by the time of the show, so we are happy to explain that to the interested audience. Finally, not just passive, but also we will show some active IoT devices that use technologies like Bluetooth, LoRaWAN, and Cooper for indoor and outdoor location services and condition monitoring.
Okay, so a wide range of products, solutions can be found at the booth. I would like to invite everybody, every visitor of the show to stop at booth 20 at the HID Global booth and to have a look at this huge portfolio and to get more information, maybe specific information you are looking for because you have a specific case you're working on, and of course get in contact with the experts, talk, for example, to Richard and get more information, go into details. All right, we talked now a lot about the booth concept, product, solutions. You of course will on-site be as well, but let's talk also about the conference part. So HID is not only part of the exhibition, but let me say of the more knowledge-focused part of the conference as well. You will be giving lectures. What will you be presenting at the conference?
Yeah. So from your 8 tracks that you have, we could contribute to any of these tracks, but we only have 2 speaking slots, so we had to choose. The first speaking session will be about e-health system using RFID technology. Okay. This session will detail the benefits of using RFID to identify people and medical devices, streamline processes, prevent misuse of tools, auto calibration, things like that, and also maintain security and efficiency for both physical and digital environments in some healthcare applications while ensuring compliance and consistency with the healthcare regulation. The other session is in the industrial IoT track, and it's on passive RFID sensors. So it matches the demos that we have. It will start with the example of the hydropower generators, where RFID sensor tags can help optimizing the output of such generators by measuring temperature and strain when no other sensor method would work. That's why the customer came to us, because they wanted to optimize these generators and measure the situation inside the generator, which they could not do in another way. So this is where contactless RFID can help. And I will not just talk about this use case, but in general about passive RFID sensing, what can be done with it and what are potential use cases.
Okay, I will definitely be there and follow both lectures. I'm already looking forward to it. And you said one lecture will be given by you, and who is the other speaker?
Yes, the other speaker is my colleague Helmut Danzachmüller. He's the VP Product Marketing and Innovation from the other business area, as I said, extended access technologies that are doing the readers and embedded reader modules.
Okay, okay. So we already talked about the booth and a lot of products that will or that can be found, but are there some specific solutions that you would highlight or point out that can be found at the booth as well?
Yeah, we already mentioned a lot, so let's see if some more things fit at the booth, but I am in good hope. So, for example, we plan to show RFID transponders with light, identifying one part among many. This can also be helpful in situations like cable rental or cable in server rooms, where you have many tagged items, but you're looking for a specific one. So here is where an RFID tag with LED can help. We'll also show and talk about our custom design and trusted NFC tag capabilities, because that's really one of our core competences, is doing custom designs for OEM customers to embed RFID into whatever they are making. On the reader side, we will present our next generation embedded module called OmniID SA Reader Core, which is based on the secure OmniID, OmniKey, not OmniID, secure element that we mentioned before with the Apple Wallet integration. So the reader core takes the secure element and basically makes a complete embeddable reader that is very easy to integrate into OEM applications.
Okay. So I think if you acquire so much companies a year, I can understand if you if you switch the names. Yeah, right. So Richard, that brings us already to my final question for our talk today, and that's what does the Wireless IoT Tomorrow 2022 mean for HID Global?
Yeah, I can give you the compliment that this show is certainly the highlight of the year in Europe for us when it comes to RFID. So we made the experience that every year the RFID and Wireless IoT Tomorrow is very well organized, and all major players come together, even when the Wireless IoT was not part of the show name, I have to say. In the early years, it was always a great team to work with. It's a great place to maintain old contacts, establish new contacts in an efficient way and in a very friendly and professional atmosphere. So we are happy to come again every year.
And we are very happy to welcome you and, of course, the whole HID Global team, not only as a sponsor, but to point out it again, as a main partner of the event. I am looking forward to hear your lectures and, of course, the second lecture from your colleague, and to learn more about the HID products and solutions at the booth. You mentioned a lot of different products, a lot of different solutions, applications, and it sounds like a great booth concept, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I would like to invite everybody again to stop by at the booth 20 and talk to Richard and see what he can tell you about the information you are maybe looking for. So Richard, that's the last for me, and I say I'm looking forward to meet you in person in Wiesbaden in the end of October for the Wireless IoT 2022.
Thank you, Niklas. And of course, you're also welcome to talk to some of my colleagues. I will not be alone at the booth, promised.
Yeah, okay. See you there. Bye.
See you there. Bye.